Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and New Orleans is famous for its cemeteries because they are above ground cemeteries. And I've been told that the reason why is because the below ground graves have a habit of having the bodies wash up when they have floods here. I really can't imagine that happening, but that's what they say. And the most famous cemetery in New Orleans is the St. Louis #1, where the movie Easy Rider was filmed. There's also a St. Louis #2 and 3. But I'm going to show you in this video a cemetery in New Orleans that you may not have heard of, which is the Lake Lawn Metairie Cemetery. So go through it with me and I'll show you what it looks like here. And right by that sign they have the special memorial for Louisiana law officers, which has a burning flame. I don't know if you can tell, but on top of that dish is a burning flame. This is the dedication, which also includes for the police dogs. So I'll take you through now to show you what some of the graves look like here. Each one of these tombs have been purchased by a family where they bury their family members and some relatives. And this one says here the family of John Burke. However, some of these are all just for one person. This one is for Rufus R. Hunt. And here's another really old one. And Joseph, can't even read the last name on that one. Here's a really old one that is starting to crack apart. Last name Berna. And it looks like there's only 2 people in this one. Here's a huge octagonal one that is well landscaped. Mr. Farrar. Here's another really big one, McGinnis, which a statue on top. And inside it has crypts for various family members who are buried here. So it's a big square room with those crypts, or whatever you call them, on 3 sides. There's some more really big ones. This is in the middle of the cemetery. It's just a commemorative monument for the Army of Northern Virginia, Louisiana Division. And it has a soldier on top. A lot of these have statues on top, and they're not really statues of the person who died. They're mostly statues of what looks like angels with the wings there, or maybe it's just a religious figure, this woman. And look at this one. Somebody was a big fan of pyramids with a sharp point. Brunswick with 2 characters guarding it. This one has the gates open so I can go in and show it to you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the big one in back. Looks like those flowers have been here for quite a while. Interesting. There are also some very modern ones, like this red granite, the Milliken family, but it's right next to this really old one. And it has a wooden barrier, so nobody's getting in and out of there. It's a really big one with a lot of landscaping around it. Here's another modern red granite for this family, the steps going up to it. Here's a big one for the Metairie family with some notable figure on top. Don't know who it is. Here's another really big one and tall, with stained glass in the back there. Give a nice effect. And there's a lot of people buried in this one. Notice the names on the stairs. It's not a really huge one. Here is a black one and a gray one and one that is very time weathered. And also, if your family can't afford one of the big crypts, then you can get a space in one of these where people have their own block, either individuals or husband and wife. And there are some vacancies if you're interested. Vacancies around here for rent or sale. Not sure how they do it. And if you like pink granite instead of white, there are some here available also. And these go up about, I think, 18 or 20 feet. And there are numerous ones like that. They keep the grounds pretty nice here, but it's up to the individual families to maintain their own crypts. And as you can see, some of them are really weathering away. This looks like one of the oldest ones. That says in memoriam, and there's two people here. There are also some like this that are below ground burials. It's up about a little over a foot with the concrete barrier around it to make sure that help that those don't wash away. Which, like I said, I just cannot imagine water damage so much that they would, but I've heard them say that. Another very weathered one, and then here's one that looks like it was intended to be all black. For the Lagardère family, several of them here. So there are all sorts of graves intermixed here. Some of these below ground, and then the big crypts are all over the place. Here's one that is all white, but I bet another 100 years it won't be. This has already started to weather, but somebody liked the white one. That's the brightest white one I've seen. Here's an interesting one that looks like it was architecturally designed to someone's desires. It's got 2, 4, 6. And look how that one is broken away. There's the stone from it. I wonder if the hurricanes that have come through here may have caused some damage to these, with pieces breaking off. Like here's a big piece just sitting there that might have bumped into something, like that one that I showed you that just had a piece missing. And one of the 4 sides of this one just fell down, and it looks like it's been there for a mighty long time. I think when they engrave these, they really don't take into consideration what they're going to look like 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years later. You can barely make out the wording on that one, and some not at all. Like this one. And this one looks good now, but come back and see it 50 years from now and see how much it might look more like this one. Here's a different one that's low to the ground. Looks like it has a very sturdy, all white roof. I could show you a couple hundred more of these really interesting ones, but the video's got to end somewhere without going terribly long. So I think you'd enjoy stopping by any one of the cemeteries. in New Orleans. I think they're all very interesting. Good day, folks.